Hi, welcome to another Tasty Tuesday on Christy's A+ Cooking. I decided that because December had 5 Tuesdays that I was going to have to do a holiday bonus show. So this week's theme is C is for Christmas fun and yum. Today's featured recipe has a fun history. Many of you know that my mom was my kindergarten teacher at Louise Jolly's Kitty College. And every December they would make gingerbread cookies with the kids. And so my mom loved that recipe, but she added salt, cinnamon, and cloves to the original recipe for a little more zip. That's a direct quote from her. So we're going to start off today. We're going to cream a cup of shortening. I love to use those shortening sticks, and a cup of sugar, and a cup of dark molasses. I like Grandma's molasses. And I have a fun new spatula that my next door neighbor gave to me yesterday, so I'm showing it off. And then 2 eggs. I'm also going to give a shout out to Marcine Ferguson, who lives here in Rigby, and she always gives me eggs because her chickens produce over 40 eggs a day. And so we're just going to cream that together. I'm really grateful that Lindsay gave me an extra large KitchenAid bowl for my mixer a few years ago, because this is perfect for making this recipe because it makes a lot of dough. I'm just going to blend that till it's nice and fluffy. And one of the reasons I chose this featured recipe is because last week there was a comment from Bonnie Flanagan, who is a former secretary at Union Elementary School, and it was very special that she requested or asked when I was going to be making gingerbread cookies, so I knew I had to do that. While I was teaching 5th grade, we would always make these during my Christy's Craft Corner, and they would get to make one to keep and one to give away for a special person in our school, and they would write a thank you note. And I'm sure that Bonnie got several when she was the secretary. One year we even made them for the Bethany Church's soup kitchen, and that was really special. So now that that's nice and blended, we're going to add, we're going to add a 1/2 cup of hot water and 3 tablespoons of white vinegar. And I think this is one of the reasons why these are stay so soft. And we're going to mix that in. And the batter is going to look kind of weird. I'm going to show you what it looks like. It looks really kind of weird. And it's okay because it's supposed to look that way. So it looks kind of weird. Next, we're going to add 6 cups of flour. And of course, I'm using King Arthur flour. I love the fact that our Fred Meyers here carries it and puts it on sale quite often. It's cheaper than when I bought it in Vermont. I'm also going to add 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda and 1 teaspoon of salt. And the spices, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, around 1 teaspoon of ginger, and 1/2 teaspoon of cloves. We're just going to mix it till it's a nice dough, all mixed in. And then we're going to chill it for at least an hour. I always made it the night before when I was making it in my classes and refrigerated it until we were ready to use. And I always take it out about 10 minutes before I'm ready to bake them. So I'm gonna mix this in. It's almost all mixed in. But I'm always, with KitchenAid, you always have to scrape it, the sides, so that everything can get mixed in. Oh, these smell so good. I love the smell of these. And another fun thing is, Ken really doesn't like gingerbread things, but he likes these. So anyway, I'm gonna go chill the dough and I'll see you in about an hour. And we're back. We're ready to start decorating gingerbread cookies now that the dough has chilled for at least an hour. And we have two special guests today. My granddaughter, Londyn Lee, and her mom, Chelsey. And Londyn picked out a star to decorate, so we're gonna let her do that. Choose some candy and put the candy on it. Or not. And I saw a really fun thing on Facebook where you take a rolled piece of foil and fold your gingerbread men's arms over and bake it, and then you can slide one of these little peppermint candies in it. My arm fell off, so I'm gonna try to make another one. Maybe it'll work better.
Oh, good start.
When you roll it out, you roll it about 1/4 inch thick. Oh, look at that. That's fun. The best part comes in a minute when you get to eat it. You can try the candy. I like to have all kinds of varieties, and we usually decorate them before we bake them, but you can also decorate them afterwards with frosting. But we always decorated them before. I think I'm going to put snowflakes for the eyes. I'll finish the mouth afterwards. Okay, we're gonna put them in the oven to bake. And we're gonna bake those for about 12 minutes on 350. So it's been about 11 minutes. In Idaho, things take a little bit longer to cook. The original recipe says 10 minutes, and here they are. Notice how puffy they turned out. And now I can place our little, I think that's gonna take a little practice getting used to. And I'm really looking forward to making my traditional cable knit sweater cookie for Ken later on. After they're cooled, you can use frosting and decorate them even more. Thanks for watching Tasty Tuesday, and I'll see you next week.